Thank you, Chakravarti Garu and CII for this opportunity. The flow would be, both of us, from same institute, I think we were sharing the flow. It would be, we'll introduce ourselves first, and then we talk about our perspective on circularity versus packaging design. In general, we are coming from both different backgrounds. I'm from FMCG and he's going to be on
mainly on the healthcare
industry. So that will be like this, and then we will take few questions if audience has. Okay. Over to you.
Hello everyone, and thanks for Chakravarti sir for the nice introduction. Just to introduce briefly, I am Bhupesh Mittal. I have almost 50. So before that, I have passion and love for packaging. This is not only a job for me. This is a kind of mission for me. I have approximately 15 years of experience, and I worked with mainly the FMCG and healthcare industry. But my interest is more to change the thinking. We think about the healthcare industry because in FMCG company, everybody is talking about sustainability, circular economy. But if we think about the healthcare lens, very few companies or mainly the global multinational are talking about the sustainability or circular economy. Otherwise, because of some compliance related restrictions, we are not very much thinking about sustainability. So my mission and my flow today is with respect to how from the consumer or the healthcare industry, we can do certain small things just to promote the sustainability and circular economy in our products, our packaging. Not very big changes or not very complex changes, but the circular economy is not asking us to do the rocket science. It's the simple thing and keep it simple only. So this is the thing which I believe in, and I also need everyone's support and everyone's advocacy just to promote the mission along with me to increase the sustainability in whatever capacity we have in our job, in our role as a citizen of India and citizen of the global world. So that's the thing we will follow, and probably that you can ask the questions with respect to our perspectives and with respect to whatever you have, whatever feedback you have with respect to our mission. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhupesh. So let me share my perspective on circularity with respect to packaging design. So the circularity for me has two ways to do it. That's how it has been. One is reusable and second is recyclable. Let me illustrate the reusability with an example. And most of the people might visited Tirupati. You saw all glass bottles like this being circulated there, right? So it was more the water bottles in Tirupati as a system. It is more on glass bottles. And if you buy first time, they may charge you 25 rupees, and then you can return this bottle with 10 rupees doing that. I spent, like last February I was there, and I spent about 2 days. While returning back, I was thinking, why not this glass bottle be replaced by a plastic reusable one? Then my thinking was like, it can be. The point was on, it was more of not material choice. We have been talking about circularity on material front for many years. But my understanding is more on, if the system is available, plastic would have been replaced glass bottle. That's a simpler example that I can see. So what does it mean is, we need to understand what system available within our own ecosystem and then start using the packaging materials as such. The second way out I was calling is recyclability. Today, I think I'll give you one of the best example as a Australian recycle logo. How Australia and New Zealand does this, okay? It's a very, very interesting. So from in my current role, we export a lot of products to Australia and New Zealand, where the labeling system is very different. What they have called PREP tool, it stands for Packaging Recyclability Evaluation Portal, which is called PREP tool. This is a government like on website. It's a government website, and companies are voluntary to get the sign-ins. Okay, once they have registered, they can log into this website and they start inputting the package what they are going to deliver it. The inputs are very interesting to me. It's a very holistic. Like example, it's shape of the pack, size of the pack, weight of the material that you use, what inks being used, adhesives, colorants, etc. What does it mean is, today we talk about circularity with respect to purely material. Suppose I have a paper label. In general, it strucks to us like paper label is okay to be, because it is a natural material, it can be recycled. But however, suppose I attach this paper to a blister and I could not able to peel it off. That means it is making the entire pack partially recyclable. So this tool has very intuitive way to look at it. Is before I launch any pack, it gives you a certain degree of certainty, like whether this pack is going to be recyclable or not. The prep tool gives the output of a labels, output of a images where it is recyclable or partially recyclable or non-recyclable. And these images have to be picked up and to be part of artwork. How this works, once the moment it becomes part of artwork, anyone, suppose two companies offering same product and consumer picks it up and started looking at both side by side, and one pack is fully recyclable as per the label and another is partially recyclable. As a consumer, you get definitely biased towards the recycled one versus that is actually creating a competition in a positive way. How that going to work? Why I am mentioning about this tool is this would be a right forum for me to share, at least even for the Indian government to look at it. We have plastic waste management rules, right? These rules sometimes leave it to the judgment, or there will be inconclusiveness in the sentences that make. Suppose if you have a tool that can be input by a packaging development guy, right from the beginning, before it even enter into the market, we can able to adjust it. Suppose as a packaging technician, someone did the input, and then it found to be a partially recyclable. Immediately the question comes, how can I make it recyclable, right? So we are not looking biased about the material as such, but we are looking at the system that is available to us to make it fully recyclable. So I want to share this particular perspective, and I want to conclude this. The aspect of circularity, not just material. It is about the system that we have, that we can apply also, and then from there we can able to take it. So as a whole package, whether it is going to be a recyclable one or not, that is going to be a key thing versus individual material that we would say. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And this thing, if we can start at the early stage of the development, then it's better. So I have a statistics of European Commission, like 88% of the environment impact of the package determined by the early stage development. If we get the circularity in the beginning of the development, then we get the benefit. And it's not about only the things which is very complex. So with respect to the healthcare industry, so as we all know, most of the companies are facing challenges of PVC. So PVC is becoming a very challenging thing for all of us. So and that's challenge for everyone, not specific to buyer or any other company. So what the companies did, they made alliance, the blister packaging alliance, and they are doing research together just to replace the PVC kind of material, which is not good for the environment, and they are doing it into the stages. So last year, companies developed and commercially launched the monomaterial PET, and Bayer also launched one product in that in Europe, and probably that will also scaled up in the other part of the world. And that single, so along with the get rid of PVC, we also thought on the circularity and management of cost effectiveness. By that single solution only, We reduced the weight of the packaging by 18%. Carbon footprint also reduced by 38%. And water, which is required to make the pack, is reduced by 78%. That's huge. And also the landfill is reduced by 53%. So along with the get rid of PVC, whatever solution we have developed, also giving the benefit with respect to environmental things, and also cost is at par. It's not anything which we have increased. And not only the material, as Mr. Shastri said, only the small thinkings or only the small thing which with respect to the overall observations. So I worked in 3M for a significant part of my career, and what I learned there, they are working on many of the solutions. Probably we are also not aware. In one of our project, we used the in-house temperature resistant film of 3M that absorbs 78% heat. So the air condition requirement is very less. That is also one thing of circularity. We are not using more energy. And also with respect to the other things, if because the healthcare industry is such like that, we have many restrictions with respect to compliance. So it's not like we only work on the primary packaging. There are so many opportunities available. We just need to broaden our observation. So the latest example, not specific to the healthcare industry, but everyone might have seen the companies are getting rid of the folding carton from the tubes. So they are selling tubes directly. So that's a small thinking, but very big impact. And also with respect to tertiary packaging and the palletizer, even that can be recycled or that can be reused. Nobody is asking us to not reuse the secondary and tertiary packaging. Even when I worked in GSK Consumer Healthcare, we had a brand Horlicks. So what we did, we get the empty container of Horlicks in the commercial corrugated shipper from the molder to GSK factory, and then reuse the same shipper for the commercialization of the filled pack. So that's how we were saving one shipper, and that was also one of the things we were contributing in the circularity. So I feel that is only the awareness and the observation thing, which is important when we talk about the circularity. And as Mr. Shastri said, not very specific to big innovations and big material change. Want to add something?
I'm fine, yeah. Thank you, Bhupesh. We can take some questions, sir, if audience has. Okay. So out of PNG, I think it is being little bit challenging. So I have exposure to both export and local market, right? The challenge is to interpret the laws itself. So for Europe, then US, and then India, and then Australia, which I mentioned, right? So in some of the areas, it is very clear, and some of the thing it may not be. For example, I take toothbrush itself as an example. So for example, the requirement of the product is to show the head. Otherwise, suppose you don't show the head, you cannot connect to the consumer in terms of the benefits. So irrespective whether you move from plastic to board with a window and then you laminate. So ultimately you are actually making that pack not a completely recyclable. So the way that I look is interpreting this particular laws is going to be a challenge. And it's not going to be straightforward. For example, if there is a law, whether you can able to launch, because all these are very well connected to the supply chain changes, whether the material should be available for the commercial use and then the cost point of view also.
Yeah, and also with respect to the new trends, specifically in the testing, we just saw the power packed AI related presentation. So we are already as a packaging industry using few of the tools just to determine what will be what next will be done with respect to the testing related things, whether it is finite element analysis that is going on from the last many years, and also that is giving us the data with respect to what will happen to our pack design, so that's how we predict. And also the healthcare industry are using some of the predictive modeling with respect to the stability study results, so they need not to depend on they need not to wait for the 6 months or 12 months for data to come. They just do the predictive analysis whether the specific product and that specific packaging material will be stable or not. So they are getting used to that kind of technology. They are using in a good way, so that the time which is very important to launch, and also the wastage of the material, we can control at least with adapting the right technologies. And also especially in the functional testing of the packaging, so the 3D modeling is also companies are very much using, so that no need to always create the physical prototypes just to understand how my packaging will look like. And they also use the similar 3D modeling, 3D packs for the consumer testing as well. So that also they can check in the with the real customers whether or how my pack will behave, or the acceptance level of the packaging.
Thank you, Ms. Mittal and Ms. Shastri. In fact, amongst us, the Chief Manager of the CPET, Dr. Kiran Kumar Uba is there. Probably he will throw some inputs also from his side, what is happening, the innovations in plastic towards the circularity. And maybe you have a question to him or he has a question to you.
No problem.
I think as Shastri was telling, we should think more about the recycling, because we all know matter will change from one form to another form. That is most important, because the petroleum which we get with a lot of difficulty, I think we should use it instead of going into the bio. So our packaging should be on the recyclability.
So I have a question to you. So, so with respect to like we are more into the application part of packaging. So what trends, especially in the packaging or processing, or specifically in the plastic, you see in the next few years?
Yeah, already AI has started. Now we have started tagging the recyclability with AI. So this is very good for the separation of the materials, and AI is very much tool is very much useful for the recycling. This is what happening now.
I have one question on the plastic waste management, which is laid down till 29, I think, right? So we have certain percentages that can be added in category 1, category 2, etc.
Yes. Yes.
How that look like maybe 10 years down the line? For example, 2035, how that will look like? So I'm just trying to, envisage, like, this is like adding material is like you are utilizing the current material, correct? Even still it's a plastic. It cannot be completely degraded, right? Do you have any thoughts about
it's
that?
only the circular economy, the sustainability.
Who knows, Kiran, I think the innovations are unpredictable. Yes. I think it is hard to say. We'll have to wait and watch. But once the most impossible things we all thought have become a reality today. I think anything can happen, Shastri. I think with the enterprising technocrats like you and researchers like all of you around, I think things will move forward towards a total circularity. That is what we are dreaming at and aiming for. And in the meanwhile, you keep innovating, keep working, and thanks very much for both of you. I know how busy you are in your respective jobs. Shastri at Procter & Gamble and Mittal at Bayer, the world's renowned companies. Both of you have come here to embrace us. As I told you, already I've seen around 11,000 and 12,000 are watching both of you online. So it's a big benefit to all the viewers as well, apart from the physical audience here. Thank you once again very much for you. And keep connected. Next year it will be a very bigger platform. We hope to see you again. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you. Thank you, Chakravarti garu. Thank you, CII and PackCON. Thank you.
Thank you very much.